back to TEW 2016, The Branding Solution, and we are here on Smackdown Live, our women's only brand, and we're in the pre-show where we're looking at just trying to find tag teams. We found one that we're never going to use, but otherwise this did all it needed to do. Taryn Terrell was the star performer, but Joyce O'Brien picked up the win, and we had some improvements as well. We then had Tessa Blanchard picking up a victory. Just a simple pre-show win, trying to give the Lioness storyline people wins. SAS picked up a victory again, just trying to give them some motivation. And Evie once again picked up a victory, keeping on her momentum. And again, another little mixed tag team. We found out we have another potential tag team we can use at last. This does seem to work quite well. We did have a couple of the NXT people in this match, but otherwise we have a potential tag team of Laura Schreier and Levy Bates, which is good to see because we can't just keep relying on the few that we have. As Mickie James is now involved in a bigger storyline, I thought I'd give her some momentum with a win. Likewise for Nikki Bella, who has great chemistry with Nixon Yule, which is good to see. And she's up to the 80s in performance now, Nikki, which hasn't been happening recently. And again, another random tag team collection. Yep, there's a complete mixture here. Naomi and Ludaka picked up the win, but we can see that Vivian and Casey Owens are a good, excellent chemistry teaming together. So that is a potential new team. But my rules are simple. We're not calling people up yet. Yeah, we can do this. This is just changing her gimmick. So I'm trying to create a Feel the Glow, and it's great. So it's mainly a dancing gimmick. Yeah, we went with that. We've changed Naomi a little bit more. We needed to do that. But anyway, so there's a potential new tag team. We start the show with a good rating, as always, an 88, where Sasha and Charlotte are in the ring, and they're complaining about what happened last week when Ember Moon cost them a tag team match against Paige and Becky, and then attacked Charlotte, leaving Sasha to be 2-on-1 assaulted by Paige and Becky. They call out Ember and say that she will face Sasha Banks later tonight. And Ember appears on screen, but then so do Paige and Becky, who state, maybe you should find yourself another partner and we'll have a little 3-on-3 in the main event tonight. And the main reason for this is I can't really afford to give Ember a pinfall or submission. So we've gone for a 3-on-3. It keeps everybody keeping fresh, so I actually like where this could go. We're now back into the Queen of the Ring tournament, and Christina Van Eerie gets to the next level. And afterwards, we sort of see Peyton and Billy Royce walking up to Katrina saying, well, at least one of your team got through the first round. Shame you couldn't get the job done, hey, Caddy. So just trying to get one over on New Midnights, who have had their number in attacks and everything. We've kept the storyline moving on as well. And then Billie Kay went on to pick up her win, taking her to the next round of the Queen of the Ring tournament. We then have, leading up to the tag team sort of matches, we have Cheryl Evans called in and Candice LaRue called into Edge's office and announced that next week Cheryl will face Stacey and Candice will face Cameron in the first round of the Queen of the Ring. That's pretty much the only angle keeping the tag team titles moving forward this week. Another match, we have Dana Brooke picking up a win over Makoto. Yeah, I haven't really used Dana in the whole year, and that's not my bad or her bad. She's just sort of sat in the middle of nowhereness. So I haven't really wanted to push a heel because I feel my heels are really strong. I'm mainly trying to push the faces. So yeah. But afterwards, the Lionesses on Natalia's team come to the ring and attack the two of them in a 5-on-2 assault. And we jump into the Intercontinental #1 contenders match between Alicia Fox and Alexa Bliss, which Alexa Bliss picks up the victory. It was really a no-brainer, this one. We knew this would happen. And afterwards, Oscar joins her in the ring and they have a little back and forth about how Oscar is dominating this title. It's going to take a lot to take it off her, and she doesn't think Bliss has it. Bliss, she believes she's destined to become one of the most famous women's wrestlers of all time. Yeah, it's a solid, keeps the storyline hot. We hope to do this, but Nikki Cross gets a nice squash victory, and it's an excellently done. Nikki Cross doesn't really have any negatives, which is great to see. She's already improving. She's up to the mid-40s, so we've taken her a long way. And she's walking backstage after the match, so all you see is a really worried Eva Marie watching Nikki Cross walk past her. So yeah, this will be a Queen of the Ring qualifying or first round match, but I need to give Nikki a few more squashes. Eva this hints that Eva knows that it's going to be Nikki, but Nikki doesn't care or doesn't know. We're not sure which. In the next storyline, Edge calls in Mickie James and Nikki Bella. He says, you both made excellent points last week, and next week, at Extreme Rules, you will face each other. Next week, though, Mickie will try to do what you couldn't, Nikki, and advance in the Queen of the Ring tournament as she faces Sinatra Garrett. So that's what I mean when I said that we had some randomised matches. So there was literally zero heat between Mickie and Sinatra, but I wanted it to be random, so if there was a drawing where an unknown could have an easy walk through to potentially the quarterfinals, we had a new face to start building. And that's what I'm hoping. Nikki was just unlucky that she got drawn Paige. But it has worked into a storyline. In the final, I want to say final, maybe one more, Queen of the Ring match, we had Emma beat Summer Rae. When Evie distracted Summer Rae, Emma is slightly injured, but we're going to just wing it for now. It's only for about a month now. The next round match probably won't happen until then, so this is most likely her only match for a few weeks. And we've got the Evie distraction, which was big. In the next segment, Carmella and Levy Bates have called into Edge's office. They're sort of having a back and forth in the ring about how Carmella got lucky last time. Levy Bates is going to make sure Carmella doesn't walk out with the debut title next time. And Edge arrives at the scene and says, well, Carmella, next week you're facing Angel Rose in your match, so maybe you should focus on becoming the Queen of the Ring rather than just the Queen of Staten Island. And Levy Bates, please no interference next week. We want to see whether Carmella is all talk or not. So that's another match thrown in for next week. And afterwards, you see Carmella sort of storm into the back, and Charlotte and Sasha turn around and confront her and say that you're a champion, I'm a champion. Charlotte's stating that she should be a champion. How about you join us in the main event tonight, where we can be the 3 queens of Smackdown. So Carmella gets like an invitation to join the main event. In the next match, Nia Jax squashes Alexa Nicole in what is another winning Queen of the Ring qualifier, just what we needed. And Bailey then joins her in the ring, saying that I've had some big news recently. I think things are going to change. But you know what, Nia? I'm going to make sure you are not getting up after what I'm finished with you, after what you've caused me in the last few weeks. To which Nia just laughs. She doesn't even bother to fight back. She just laughs and walks off, and leaving Bailey wondering what was going on in that mind. And in our main event, I'm happy with this. It's a nice, strong 82. We gave Amber Page and Becky the victory when Amber pinned Carmella. So this keeps Charlotte and Sasha looking good. This keeps Paige and Becky looking good. And Amber gets a huge main event win on a Smackdown episode. We can see that they are the weaker links, but they are going to get more popular by being in these matches. Charlotte is disappointing in this one, I'm not going to lie. Paige was inconsistent, and that's the only negative. We are keeping Alicia Fox as manager to Ember Moon now. And afterwards, the three of them just cut a promo in the ring. It's sort of like the celebration sort of thing where Paige and Becky sort of give Ember the moment because it's her first main event. They know what it's like to win the main event. Ember now does too. So that's a nice solid 83. Yeah, we're probably going to struggle to make over 70, over 80. We've got an 80. That's solid for my Smackdown shows. Again, this year is very much a building year. I feel like the other shows are ready. This one is still a little way away. We're going to head back to the main screen and check some news. And we are now back to the main screen, so let's check the news. And we are the top no story. There's nothing major there. Let's just see. We got a 65. I'm not actually lighting anything up there. Decisions. Nakamura and Okada want pay rises. Okay, they can have their pay rises. They are having a brilliant showdown. And somebody has left. Is that somebody important? I can never remember anymore. Oh no, just he's gone to a written deal with New Japan, which means I cannot sign him, so nothing to worry about there. And let's just click here, most popular, because I find that I'm having a bit of a mix between Asuka and Sasha being most popular. So we have Asuka and Sasha, they're joint, and then it's what's the page? Otherwise, that's the only women on here. Nikki Bella's shot back up, which is good to see. But the one that's worried me a bit is Becky Lynch has crashed down again. We may have to give her some form of big win on SmackDown. Charlotte's still going down, but we're not too worried. Bailey's solid enough, and Alexa Bliss is there. Otherwise, our next woman is Emma. And Ember Moon has gone right up, and it's really good to see. If we see with the storylines, as we somehow managed to cover all of them, because I have slightly too many on SmackDown, I feel. It's a 73, a 79. That's a lot better than I think it should be. That's just simmering. It's a bit of promotional work, no matches yet. That's good. That's good. That's good. But then we still go down to more. The Davies title, the Intercontinental, and the Lionesses. They're all the weaker talent. So I'm not overly worried with that either. I believe Rosa Mendes will probably still be number one on the other list. They're both doing quite well. I'm happy for that. And Rosa Mendes, I've sent Darren Young away. So that's that. We are not far from Extreme Rules. we have the matches now. We just have plain, so most of them are plain. That's the plain match. Extreme plain match again. Last woman standing. Just a plain match. That's also just a plain match. This is an I Quit match, Oscar and Alexa Bliss. And we got 5-on-5, which is Team Natalia versus Team Gelkin. Not the most difficult set of matches. But otherwise, that is actually going to be it. Let's just check one person on here. That is Ember Moon's popularity. And this will be the end of the show once we've seen this. We called her up and she had a 13. I think I may have given her the bump to D when we rebranded the show. But she's been winning constantly, and in the last few months she's up to the 63, so she's actually gone up again. And skills-wise, she's not brilliant. But you can see the improvements are there all around. It's always what you like to see. Performance, nearly gone up a whole grade. Psychology has gone up a grade. And a bit. She's a lot safer. She's getting more consistent and better at selling. She's not the most physical presence, but she's got stamina and resilience. And she hasn't got the star quality, which I would like to see a bit more of. The other thing that's quite difficult to look at is the women only want to be put on the women's brand in the women's division. So you have to decide who are main eventers. And at the moment, I actually only have 7, which feels like it's slightly short. If I was to go to upper mid-carders, we've only got a few more. So I feel like I do need to start pushing on. Oscar probably is a main eventer. The popularity says she should be. So we will change her to a main eventer. Even if it says women's division, I don't think that's justification of how good or bad people are. The rest are going to stay where they are on that lot. But then I ended up just putting them all as like mid-carders. I feel Naya should be higher, but Levy Bates is probably more over. No, they're not that over any of these. So it's not the best of the best. I think they're actually lower mid-carders. So they all just get dumped into this segment. Nikki Cross again is getting better. I like this. So she's just leapfrogging people left, right and centre as Nikki. I do have to pick somebody for her to face. Double check EV quickly. I know we said we were going to end this a while ago, but we'll just keep going. We keep finding more to look at. Yeah, this has 0 bumping on EVs. So we signed her, I think, here. And then the first match got her there. WrestleMania appearance. And she's just been going up slowly. If I do give her the win over Summer Rae, it should put her up to the mid-40s. We'll see what happens there. But that will end this show, and we'll be back with Shockwave next. So thank you all for watching.